Well, here we are right now back outside the chamber, and we have with us the chairman of the Senate Committee on Media. He's going to be talking to us about some of the developments that have occurred this morning. Can you talk to us?
Yeah, in response to public agitation that we are too fast with the screening of ministerial nominees, and that they believe we're not detailed enough. And since the Senate is about the people, the 8th Senate is about the people, and we respond swiftly to public outcry. So the Senate have decided now that we will take only 3 today, so that we can be more thorough in the screening exercise, since we have 21 days to screen these people. And it is actually in swift response to public outcry. So we've decided that we are now going to be taking 3 or 4 every day, so that the screening process can be more thorough, we can be more diligent, and Nigerians can actually know who is about to be their minister. And we also agree that the presentation of the report and screening of Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi will be coming up tomorrow by the grace of God. All the ministerial nominees, the 18 of them, have been scheduled for tomorrow, Thursday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So we are going to take it in that manner, and we are going to make public the list of the ministerial nominees and the days they will appear before us. But I want to assure Nigerians that this is just to make sure that, like I said earlier, that as we continue this exercise, we will be looking at gray areas, and as we're doing the screening, we will improve upon it as the days roll by. And this is just in response to the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians. Okay,
well, we were also wondering earlier, the report of the Senate Committee on Petitions, Ethics and Petition on Amaechi's matter is still not listed today.
You are a member of the committee, and we know that the committee did say yesterday, the chairman said yesterday that the report would be laid on the floor of the Senate today at plenary.
Since Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi is scheduled to appear tomorrow, and the reason is because he's a very respected Nigerian, and we all respect his pedigree as a former Speaker of a State House of Assembly, as a 2-time governor, and we will not want him to come here and face a rancorous situation. You will recall that the APC caucus met yesterday and have resolved in total support for Rotimi Amaechi, and a lot of horse-trading and lobbying, which is not a sin in the National Assembly, is going on. And on his case, the PDP caucus will be meeting by the grace of God today, and we want to believe that after their meeting today, he will only stroll into the chambers of the Senate and by the grace of God get screened.
When you say rancorous situation, so it's clear that lawmakers have not agreed on what to do about the former governor. Is that what you're saying?
You are absolutely wrong and not correct. What I meant by rancorous situation is that there was a petition laid by members of the PDP, 3 senators of the PDP, and that has generated support from other PDP senators. So in furtherance of our lobbying as a party, we are also lobbying the PDP, and the PDP is meeting today. In fact, the Senate President have just announced the meeting, the caucus meeting of the PDP, and we want to believe that by the grace of God, after that meeting, it will pave a smooth way for our man to appear tomorrow. But basically, his petition is going to be laid and discussed tomorrow, and I want to assure you that the screening also will take place tomorrow.
Can I interpret, therefore, that you are agreeing with the Nigerians that said the first batch of screening were not thoroughly done by the Senate? That is why you are doing this. If you are saying you agree with that, then what will you do differently now with this ones you're going to screen?
What I want to say is that the first set of screening, we did it more expeditiously than the second one. And you will recall that the third one was also better than the second one. So I would not say that we were not thorough, but Nigerians demanded more questions from these ministers. And in response to their agitations, we have agreed to say, let's take less people so that there will be less tension on us in terms of time to scrutinize and ask questions from the nominees.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask a question, Larry. This thoroughness, would it also be applied to former lawmakers? Because we know 2 former lawmakers are on this list. Would it be applied to them?
I want to believe that it will be applied to them, but not in the same measure. Anyone who's been to the National Assembly must enjoy that privilege. It's not easy to be in the red chamber. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you heard him there. There are some things to be enjoyed by former senators here in the National Assembly. They will be screened extensively, but not as much as former or other nominees. And I think I can only say those nominees that passed through last week will be, cleaning, really giving a sign of relief that, wow, thank God they won't be among this batch who it appears, to all intents and purposes, will be thoroughly, how would you put it, drilled. And
well, Larry, another thing I took from Senator Dino, no matter how he says, there's still problems as regards the nomination or the screening of the former Rivers State governor. They have still not agreed, because if you say, he said the petition, but the Senate, I think the Senate is not being clear on this petition. On one hand, the Senate says we would not treat a matter in court. And that was what the petition is all about. The matter is in court. So what are the grey areas? I think there's a lot going on.
Well, this is also,
we don't know.
This is really why the National Assembly is always an interesting place to be. And you heard it there from the chairman of the Senate committee. He told you very clearly, from now till the end of today, before tomorrow, a lot will be happening. There will be meetings, there will be lobbying, there will be, I think the word he uses, horse trading. They're going to really need to come to the table and really discuss very frankly with one another and give some concessions, take some concessions so as to arrive. But what he's trying to assure us is that Rotimi Amaechi will be screened, and the Senate, especially the APC caucus, is very hopeful that they can bring their PDP colleagues to the table and have a very smooth one. I find very interesting the issue where they say they will now take only three. It still boils down to what we were saying earlier. Are you just going to be asking them general questions and asking them, if you are posted to this ministry, what will you do? Hypotheses, the questions that are really not very clear, since it's not clear where you're going. But this is the development we have right now. But one thing we're sure of, 3 nominees will be screened today. Another thing we're sure of, the Committee on Ethics will not, according to the other paper, they will not be submitting their own report today. But we'll take the 3, see how it goes, and maybe this will set the ground for Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, and next week as it goes.
And okay, I think we should even also tell you the other paper has finally been released, and the 3 nominees scheduled to be screened today are Barrister Adebayo Shitu, Claudius Omoleye Daramola, and Khadija Abba Ibrahim. Khadija Abba Ibrahim is a lawmaker, a 7 lawmaker in the House of Representatives. So we're going to see how the thoroughness.
Well, maybe because she's not a member of the Senate, maybe that way. But she's a ranking, she's a ranking member. So we'll see how that goes. Would like to return you now to our studios in Lagos, but we'll be here keeping tabs on what's happening here. And once it gets to the time for the screening, we'll be coming back to you. But for now, let's take you to Lagos.
Bill 2015. Mr. President.
This has been a Live Channels television event.